Okay, we're continuing on our second talk within the topic of Bein לחברו, and today we'd like to start with perhaps one of the most famous statements that relate to Bein לחברו within a Torah perspective. And this is taken from Sefer Vayikra, Perek Yud Pasuk Yud Chet. And the pasuk goes, Lo tikom v'lo titor et bnei amecha. Do not take vengeance. Don't hold a grudge to somebody of your people. V'ahavta recha kamocha. The word v'ahavta is translated as, and love your friend as yourself, ani Hashem. Now this pasuk is actually quite complex, and if we try to analyze it a little bit, it'll help us, I think, develop a most important idea within Jewish Torah concepts. First of all, the relationship between the first part of the pasuk, Lo titom v'lo titor et bnei amecha, that is a lo taseh. The Gemara, the Torah is telling you, don't do these negative things. Lo tikom v'lo titor et bnei amecha. Then it has a positive, v'ahavta recha kamocha. We're jumping from no to positive. What's the connection? From vengeance to love, from grudges to love, what's that all about? Furthermore, other questions here, it says, et bnei amecha, somebody of your people. What does that mean? Is vengeance fundamentally an idea that's wrong? Is a grudge wrong? So if it's wrong, why should it matter who it is? It should say to anybody, to the whole world, universal idea. You shouldn't want to do vengeance. Why et bnei amecha? And then perhaps the most difficult question is, what is ahava? It says, v'ahavta recha kamocha. Now this is a very difficult thing. We translate it as love. But love doesn't really have a clarity. It says, v'ahavta et hager. You should love the convert. V'Yakov ahav et Rachel. Yaakov loved Rachel. V'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha. Love Hashem. V'ahavta recha kamocha. Are they all the same? Is the ahava nature of my relationship with Hashem the same that it is in relationship to a convert or to another person? They're different natures altogether. So what is the translation of ahava if it's more or different than the word love? More so, why does it really say v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha? L'reacha. Why shouldn't it say v'ahavta adam or ish? What is this reacha, your special one, your cared one? So when we relate to this, let's focus on the first part of the pasuk to understand a basic concept within Bein לחברו. When it says lo tikom v'lo titor et bnei amecha, don't take vengeance, don't hold a grudge. Let's try to understand, is this an idea that is fundamentally basic to people? Is it something that's wrong? Is it a fundamental distortion of what human nature is? Or is it really something very natural that is a part of what persons are all about? And if we think about it, I think we'd have to say that, of course, vengeance is very natural. If somebody does something wrong to me, I'm not going to hold that. I'm not going to know that. I can share a very personal idea. In World War II, the Nazis were responsible for wiping out my entire family. I shouldn't hold that against them. I should forget about it. That's not normal. That's not appropriate. So I'd like to start and say that lo tikom v'lo titor, the Torah says vengeance, grudges, the truth is they are normal. But nonetheless, we have to overcome them. Why? Because to be Klal Yisrael, that we have a mission of trying to become Am Kadosh, or Legoyim. We're meant to be a spiritual teaching for the world. We need to learn how to overcome those basic negativities that even if they're justified, even if they're real, we have to learn to go beyond that. To who? to the people who are part of our group, part of our mission, part of our project. I can't possibly have a Klal Yisrael that becomes an Or LaGoyim, that becomes an Am Kadosh, if all the different elements are moving in different directions and are opposed to one another. We have to learn that even if somebody did something wrong to you, you have to learn to overcome that. That idea is basic. Nekama, netira, vengeance, grudge. If somebody did something wrong to me, I may feel totally right in wanting to do that. But I have to get beyond that. Torah is telling us that in the goals that we set for ourselves, in Ben Adam L'Chavero, we have to go beyond our own personal immediate needs. We have to see the tzarach of Klal Yisrael. So the pasuk starts and says, Lo tikom v'lo titor et b'nei amecha, because we understand that we do have a greater challenge. Our greater challenge is to bring ruchniut to the world. So we have to learn to negate those negativities vis-a-vis other people. Ad kan.